Welcome, lovely Capricorn, to your general timeless reading. I will begin your reading with crystal and turban seashell scrying, symbolic cards, tarot and oracle cards as divinely guided, and I also have some charms for you at the end as well. Okay, lovely Capricorn, let's go ahead and roll and see what Spirit has in store. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please give me clear understanding, clear communication, and interpretation skills to bring forth the most loving, truthful information that Capricorn needs to know most. Please, Spirit. Whoa, here. Spirit like grabbed my hand and was like, here. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Who is Capricorn? Okay. Thank you. And what is, oh, I see. Oh, okay. Okay, Capricorn. So there's several things going on here. So first of all, Capricorn, please know this is not gender specific, and this does not have to mean a love romantic relationship, okay? This is just symbolic. What I'm seeing here, Capricorn, you are coming through as a feminine energy within this reading. So it's telling me very loving, nurturing, caring, motherly type energy. However, you also are coming through as half masculine. So that's telling me ready to like go after something, create something that has to do with finances or building something. That would be like, going back to school, some kind of training, something like that. Okay. So it's like you're coming through with this great balance. Now there's a masculine that is in front of you, Capricorn, and you are kissing this masculine. Now, of course, it can mean love if that's what you're wanting. Okay. And if you're already in a relationship, it can mean that your relationship is just bumping up another notch, okay, or two. It could become very steamy, very, very romantic, okay. But now, for what I want to say about this, if it is not a love relationship, as far as intimacy. This could be a family member, a friend. It could be a new job. This masculine could be meaning starting, back to school, purchase of a new home, something like that. Okay. Something that Capricorn, you would feel very close to. There would be a close bond in this situation. Okay. Something that you would absolutely love. Okay. Now, Capricorn, behind you, there is a smaller person. So because of the height, this is telling me this could be someone that is at the bottom of the totem pole. Like let's say you're a supervisor, and you work healthcare, for example. You're the supervisor, and there's someone that is coming in, and let's say they are a brand new nursing assistant for the first time. Okay. So it would be someone who would kind of, I feel like I want to say in your same field, or kind of like you, or someone within your energy. Okay. Somehow. This could also be a younger person. It could be a younger sibling. It could be a younger child. Okay. But what I'm seeing, this person is coming through with a big head. And the expression on this person's face is, I don't want to say angry, but not happy. Okay. Also, this person's coming through with a long nose. Now, it's not like hugely long, like Pinocchio with a lot of deception, but it is long. Okay. And what that's telling me here, there may be an instance of some kind of manipulation from this person. Okay. That, because you have your back turned towards this person. So this could be a situation. And I want to say also, if you have Virgo in your chart, you may want to watch Virgo's reading. This is kind of similar, but not quite. So it could be a situation of where, let's say if you are a parent and you're having to, let's say the masculine is meaning a new job, okay, and you are needing to give more time to this new job and not the same amount of time with the children right now. Well, there's going to be at least one child that may not approve of you being away from home more hours than usual. Okay. It may make them feel like you've turned your back on them, or you are not just not being there for them. Okay. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. But whomever this child is, I'm just telling you their point of view. Okay. So, Capricorn, it could cause this person to act out in ways that are manipulative to try to gain more attention from you when you're home or when you're around this person. Okay. Now, behind this person, there are several other people. So these could be co-workers, these could be family, friends, whatever, either of this smaller person or of some kind of community where you are like some kind of leader or teacher or something like that. I'm getting a very gossipy feeling, like a lot of people hiding behind this one person that has the big head that's, kind of like, my left ear's ringing. Okay, so that's symbolic for me. I'm hitting the nail on the head for someone here. But there's something going on here with a lot of people talking about Capricorn, and whether this is a new romantic relationship, a new job, or whatever, it's really got people talking. Now, above all of this, Spirit was showing me a bird. Okay, now this bird had both eyes open. It was in the air. However, it was like, if you can imagine seeing the top of a cliff, and there is a tree that is growing out of the cliff. Okay, so the bird is in the air, but it's out also, it's perched on a branch coming off of the cliff on a tree, looking down over all of this. So that's telling me that you are going to receive like a bird's eye view of this situation as it occurs. You're going to see everything clearly here. And at the same time, though, the bird is perched. It doesn't have its wings outstretched as if it's getting ready to take off. Okay. So that's telling me a time of observation itself, a time of rest while observing something. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the cards and see what this is all about. Okay, Spirit, Holy Divine, please give me the top two cards for Capricorn. Let's tell me when to stop. Please give me the top two cards for Capricorn. Please tell me when to stop. Thank you. Okay, I just heard stop now. Stop now. Okay. Okay, Capricorn. We got some laundry. Okay, what else we got? Oops. Okay. All right, Capricorn. I'm laughing. I'm a Cappy son, so I'm right here with you guys. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, what's this about? So I feel like so far what's going on here, Capricorn, we've got some things that we need to clean up. Okay, we need to wash these, right? The good thing is in this one, we already do have some things sorted. So we've got some situations going on in our life that may not be exactly how we want them at this moment. Okay, but we are getting them organized. Okay, but they still got to be washed. Yeah. Okay, so with this though, we have this big oops. Okay, so I'm feeling like what's going on here is we are coming into some kind of situation here, something that is going to better us, okay, some way, somehow. However, we have to make sure, because I saw Capricorn coming in with a good mixture of masculine and feminine, right? There could be with this masculine, whether it's a job, a person, going back to school, whatever it is, it's going to have the energies kind of aggravated a little bit. So what I mean by that is you may feel a little out of balance, unorganized, Capricorn. So there may be some kind of challenge with trying to figure out how to balance the child, if it's a child, but we'll just use that as an example, right? How to, how can I say this, Spirit? How to take care, if it's, let's just say it's a new relationship of any kind, how to incorporate that relationship into Capricorn's life, not hurt the child or the person, all these other factors going on, keeping everything organized and clean, right? And I'm not meaning like actual cleaning. This is symbolic, okay? So I feel like Capricorn, it would be real easy to get out of balance, to get knocked off, because believe me, Capricorn, as a Capricorn, I totally get it. We love things structured. We love things a certain way. And when it seems like things start getting a little bit out of balance for us, then sometimes we can start feeling like there's just like all this clutter. And it may just be one thing, but this one thing that is out of balance can make us feel like there's 20 things, right? So I feel like Spirit's saying we need to be very careful how we are adjusting our time. Do time management a little more wisely with when this situation appears in your life. Some of you already may be experiencing this. And just to make sure that we stay on top of anything that, this could be mail stacking up, right? And at least we're keeping it sorted, but we still got to open the mail up and read it, right? But it's like not allowing things to pile up on us and just taking care of it, release any kind of fear, anxieties, whatever, take care of things as it arises. And, then, and try to stay within our time management the best as possible while taking care of, if it's a person, being there with them to spend time with them as you can do, and then also making sure you have time for family, friends, fun as well, right? So it's like this big mixture, and it would be so easy to get off course. Okay, that's really what I'm feeling here. So let's go ahead and go to the tarot and oracle and see what Spirit says. Spirit, Holy Divine, here. Thank you. Okay. Spirit, what would you like to tell Capricorn, please? What is this oops? Tell me about this oops, please, for Capricorn. What is this oops? Thank you. Reverse or upright? Upright. And we have King of Cups. I love it. Okay. Is this an energy for Capricorn, or is this that's a person coming in, Capricorn. Capricorn. This is a person or a situation coming in. I feel like for some of you, it is an actual person. Okay. Wow. So the King of Cups, this is someone who has mastered their emotions. It's a person who, Capricorn, has learned, no matter what kind of chaos is going on around them, they can stay focused on what it is they need to focus on. I asked for clarification about the oops. Okay. So, and when I was talking about that, I was explaining, we want to make sure that we stay in balance, not allow everything to stack up. Well, there's someone coming in who's going to help keep balance, help keep focus. Okay. This is amazing amidst any kind of chaos, any kind of gossip going on in the background. This is great. Okay. Spirit, Holy Divine, please give me more for Capricorn. What is this oops? What is this oops for Capricorn? Okay. Thank you. And what do we have? 4 of Pentacles. I feel like whomever or whatever this is coming towards you, Capricorn, this is going to help give you a very sturdy, strong foundation, okay? I feel like this is something you're really going to want to hang on to. So if this is a person, if this King of Cups is a person, you're going to really want to hang on to this person, okay? If it's a job, you're really going to want to hang on to that job. And you know what I'm feeling here? Oops. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What I'm feeling here, okay, let's say for an example, Capricorn, you take on a new job. You've been there, you've been through orientation for a week, and you're like, you know what? This seems like this is just not for me, right? But you've only been there for a week. And you may start feeling like, I just want to walk away from this. This is not for me. You know, I want to go back to where I was, or I want to take on, I want to try a different type of job somewhere else. This just isn't cutting it. But again, you've only been there for a week, right? So it's kind of like Spirit saying, give something time before you start making a decision, because if not, you may make the wrong choice. Okay. So it's kind of like with this Four of Pentacles, Spirit saying, look, I am sending you something amazing. Either it's a person that you're really going to, it could be some of you could have been manifesting a person or a King of Cups type energy into your life. Funny thing is, I had been manifesting a King of Cups into my life last year, and actually the King of Cups came. So it's amazing. But so some of you could have been actually manifesting a King of Cups into your life. If not, it could just be the energy of, you know, again, a wonderful job. And you just have to make sure that you're there long enough and allow things to take place and play out before forming any type of decision, you know, to really see if that's right for you. Because, you know, when I worked healthcare, there were times that, you know, like if I was always working 2 or 3 jobs, and I would sometimes, you know, I would take on a new job. I would go somewhere and I would be there a few weeks. And I realized after doing that, you know, a few times, it was kind of like, wow, I really don't learn that much as far as the facility, like where things are placed. You know, you learn a few little things, but it honestly takes about a year to absolutely know on every unit where is everything stored. So, you know, you can't, it's not something you can just learn overnight, right? So I feel like that's what Spirit's saying here. Whatever this is that's coming towards Capricorn, this is something you're going to want to hang on to. Give it time, okay? Because it is something solid, or it's going to bring some kind of stability into your life. That way you don't mess up. And it may be very challenging. You know, it may be a situation, Capricorn, where you're like, look, I can't do this. You know, I can't do this organization. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to let go of this King of Cups, whatever that is for you, and so I can go back to having, you know, no clothes on the floor. So I can go back to having all my clothes done the way I like it. Okay. But see, that's going back to what's normal for you, and then you have to look back to the past and say, but Capricorn, were you truly happy in that situation? Okay, even though you may not have had the clutter that you've had to work through, you know, you may have had the time because you were used to that old job. So you had everything down pat. But when we switch it up and do something new, anything, we have to give it time to learn, and it can slow other things down in our life during that time, right? But we have to give it a chance. You know, we don't have to, but you know, if we're going to really see how things play out, and see if it's going to be something that is really profitable for us or a good relationship or whatever. We have to give it time in order to see that, right? Instead of just staying where, um, it just may be something we're used to. It may be something that feels easier, but is it the best for us? Is it helping us to move forward where we want to be on our purpose, right? Okay, Spirit, please give me more for Capricorn. Thank you. And what do we have? Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm telling you, Capricorn, this is something, now, it can be read as equal give and take, okay, with the Six of Pentacles. But what I'm feeling in this situation is two things. I'm feeling like, whether this is a person or whatever this is for you with this King of Cups, this is going to give you an equal give and take energy. Okay. So it's like, what you give, you get back. Okay. Now, it's not going to mean it's going to be exact, but as give a little and you'll be given a little. You see what I'm saying? Back and forth. But the main thing I'm getting here is also with the Six of Pentacles. It's like coming into better finances or some kind of abundance to where you have more than enough and you actually have enough left over to where you can give to others should they need it. Okay. So it's kind of like a situation of where there's an energy coming towards Capricorn that's going to be very beneficial. If Capricorn decides to hang on to that, it's going to really help Capricorn to abundance can be many things: love, happiness, success, money. It can be peace, harmony. But it's kind of like Capricorn obtaining so much that you have an overflowing amount and you have enough to share that with someone else. Okay. Very nice. Okay, Spirit, Holy Divine. Anything else from the tarot for Capricorn? Yes. Okay, thank you. What else for Capricorn? Yeah, and Capricorn, as far as the people talking, I would not even give that even a part of any type of energy. What do we have? Ace of Wands. Yeah. So for some of you, this definitely can be a romantic situation coming towards you. Now, it could be a fire sign, does not have to be. But if it's if you're already in a relationship that is romantic, then that's just saying again, it's going to really increase. So it could be going from dating someone to moving in with someone, or if you're already married to someone, it could be just that things really evolve in your relationship and you become, much closer than you already were, right? But if it's not a romantic relationship, this is just saying you have a brand new beginning coming in here of something that's going to be full of passion. It's going to be your desires. It's going to make you very, very happy. So if this is a new job, this is going to be something that you're going to be feeling, if you give it a chance, if you hang on to that job, give it time to learn the process, or if it's school, give it time to learn, for yourself to learn how you need to maybe fix your schedule when you're at home, and then to make things, how can I say this, Spirit, to make things easier while you're at work. Because again, if we give things enough time, then that means we've learned a lot more, either about where things are placed at the job or the process. If you need to, if someone calls and complains, where are the forms, just the little things that add up, so that if you hang in there, eventually you're going to learn all the ropes about something. Okay. And when you do, then it's definitely going to help you live more in your passions and your desires, and it'll be more abundant for you with this Six of Pentacles. Okay. But this is definitely something I feel like you're being divinely called to. Okay. Whether it is a person or a situation. Now, if you're already in a relationship, again, that's going to be a little bit different. Okay. That's just meaning you and your person are going to be moving to another level. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull a charm or charms. We'll see what Spirit wants to give you. Yes, I have that in there. See, it has crystals in it. It is all natural perfume. Okay, we have two. All right, thank you. Let's see what Spirit has given us. I can't make this up. You have a boat anchor. You have an anchor. That's what this is all about, Capricorn. If you hang in there, anchor yourself. That's the Four of Pentacles right there. Hold on. Hold whatever this King of Cups is, it's coming towards Capricorn. Spirit is really recommending that you hold on to that. Give it a chance. Give it a chance, Capricorn, okay? Because this is really going to be something that's really going to keep you anchored once you get into the flow. I just feel like flow. It's just, I know Capricorns, we've had to learn flexibility for years now, but we still can have challenges with being flexible. I mean, I know I sure can, and I have to work on myself almost every day when it comes to being flexible because I want to know what I'm doing tomorrow, what time. I want to know these things. But, in my situation right now, I don't know. I don't know from day to day. And you know what? It's okay because I'm holding on to a King of Cups energy already. So it's like I know that as long as I am doing everything that I can to keep my end of the clutter and everything uh, out of the way and keep myself as scheduled as possible and being flexible with the rest, it's still working out in an amazing way. Okay. And it is putting me in this Six of Pentacles energy. Okay. And it is aligning me with this Ace of Wands. So that's why I'm telling you that I really feel like with this anchor, this is all about Spirit coming in and helping us to be anchored in something stable, regardless of what it is. Because Capricorn, honestly, when Pluto was in our sign for so many years, I don't know about you, but I know with myself, I have not felt stable at all. Even being a nurse in the past, at any time in my life until now. This is the first time, and I'm 53 years old. So, this is amazing. And then we have a small fourth of a chunk out of a quarter. So I feel like because you do have the Four of Pentacles here, you may, Capricorn, at this time, if you do find that you start getting a little extra, I would not be spending that frivolously. I would hang on to that, okay? Not to be greedy, but I would make sure that, before you start spending large sums of money, or even a lot of small increments that add up to a large sum, I would make sure to have, plenty of emergency money put back. I'm sure you will, Capricorn, that you have, a sturdy, solid foundation should anything happen that is unforeseen in a, what would feel like a negative manner. You would have the money to come out of that easily. Okay. All right. That's what I have for you, lovely Capricorn. This has been an amazing reading, and I love you guys so, so much. And as always, find your miracle in everything, Capricorn, because I assure you, if we look hard enough, we will find it. Much love.